to the Echo Radio Show.
Live from the AOK Production House Studio number 2, I'm Nick O'Kelly.
And I'm Derek Daisy.
Hey, Derek.
Hey, Nick.
How's it going tonight?
It's going great. How are you?
Good. It's a lovely Sunday evening here in Charleston, South Carolina.
Well, besides it being hot as balls, I would agree with you, Nick. Yeah. Jesus.
Oh, God, it's awful.
It really is.
But you know what? I'm not going to complain because it's not cold. So, there you go.
I would actually enjoy it being a little cold.
Yeah, I bet you would.
Yeah, you know what? If it was up to me, I would live in a little place called Colorado. But we all can't be so lucky. But you know what? We did the next best thing.
That's right. We have people from Colorado on the show. No, actually, the band is originally from, what I understand, Shreveport, Louisiana. We have on the show a fabulous band tonight known as Drawn Together. Not the show, but the band.
Oh.
Together, as I understand it from their own words, they're a funky garage rock band from across the expanse. And evidently, the internet's long-distance super group. Welcome in, Drawn Together.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Very good. How are you?
Doing all right. Excited to be here tonight.
So we have
very excited.
Chuck, Trey, and Angelique.
Yes.
That's
Yep.
it.
Did I get that? Did I get that pronunciation right?
Of course, you nailed it.
Okay, great.
Good
great.
job, Nick. He's been working on his words.
I have. I told Derek because she told me when I called earlier that it's not it's Angelique, and so I told Derek that that's how to pronounce it.
Yeah. And I was like, all right, well, I'll just avoid names tonight so I don't get in trouble.
So Bob and James and Jim.
Yeah.
So, guys, set the audience up here. Obviously, we are talking to you. It's technology's amazing, right? We have you all on Scop.
Scop.
Oh my gosh.
The new
Trademark.
VoIP center.
Yeah, not Scop at all. Skype audio, and you're all. I think, all three of you are in different places. Is that correct?
Yeah, except
more or less.
I am for sure. I don't know what they're doing over there in Colorado.
Oh.
So
We're separated by a door.
Oh. Well, how lovely.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Two of us are in Colorado.
Yeah.
One of us is in Louisiana.
So tell our audience then, who is Drawn Together, why are you in different places, and how do you make that work?
Well, like you said, the technology's amazing and powerful. Like, we could be a band and don't even actually have to be a band together.
It's amazing.
It's pretty cool. We all kind of have been playing music together for years, and work has separated many of us who have been playing in various bands with other members, 5 miles, but travel jobs and this and that. And so we decided, well, we have all this cool technology. Why don't we still play together and just use the internet to write our songs and get our songs out there?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the story. All
Which
right.
was not quite as explosive of a story as you may have been hoping for.
Yeah, I was waiting for like the drug story. There was 6 kilos of cocaine, and I don't remember a lot of it, but but here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
We made it.
We started in Shreveport and we walked all the way to Colorado, and some guy in a van picked us up. And
we're striving as a group to have the most bland behind the music episode ever.
Well, Trey and I are married, and we travel for his job, and then Randy, our drummer, he also travels, so that keeps us moving all over the place. Wow. If that kind of helps, I don't know, I guess wrap your brain around kind of why we had to do long distance, because we're always on the road. So
are we allowed to
but it's been a good time for myself. I know Trey and I were in a band together already, and at one point he just approached me with the words, just a project he had going on. Just wanted to record some stuff that they had written. So I was like, yeah, that sounds like fun. So I went and did that, and then as it turns out, Trey had this master marketing scheme he was going for that he was ready to roll this out to the big times. And but kind of as it went on, it was really just a lot of fun. Dave Thoe just Trey had sent us a scratch track out of just a basic recording of how he wanted it to sound roughly. And everybody else would just kind of do their own thing. So every time someone turned in their portion, everybody's kind of eager to hear, like, oh, man, that's crazy. I like what you did right there. And just kind of turned into take on this whole new life by itself other than what was originally intended. So it's really been kind of fun to see what everybody comes back with.
Yeah. Well, that's what I think is cool, too, is it really speaks to the caliber of people that we know that play music, because we can literally put out the idea or whatever and then come back and create an entire song just based on, I don't know, I guess, minimal amount of input.
Yeah.
so yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Trey's always good about giving you a sample and being like, yeah, and then just do your thing.
Yeah. Just
it's worked out spectacularly. I really don't have to do much.
Well, here, I've got one for you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's your next single.
Do something with it.
No, he didn't write that.
No, I didn't write that at all. It's a sound effect. No, I it's really cool, though, because for me, a lot of what's kind of gone by the wayside with the recording industry is that you used to have, back in the day, I guess, before I was born, so how do I know? But no,
you don't.
You'd have people come together in you'd have people come together in a studio.
Yeah.
And, one guy brings his addition to it, and the other guy brings his addition, and they sit around in that studio, and they figure it out, and they create an album. Yeah. And for you guys, even though you're not together, you're kind of forced to do that because you're separated. So you have to say, here's what I got. What do you got? And it's kind of forcing collaboration. I think it's kind of cool.
But I think what the real question is, though, do you guys ever get really pissed off at each other when you're like, what the hell is this, Trey? This is ridiculous.
No, that's the benefit of being so far away from each other.
Okay.
Like, if we were all in the same room, it would absolutely happen. We've all known each other for too long. So, no, we just moved 5,000 miles away from each other, and everyone gets along great.
Yeah, and everybody's pretty good with the constructive criticism in this group. I must say it's like the first well, probably the distance helps. But anyways, I was going to say we're pretty good with it. So anytime there's like a little instruction to change one thing or not, which doesn't happen often, everybody's pretty good with just getting on and doing it, not really complaining.
That's what she said.
So.
Well,
crazy.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Nick is still full of those 2007
Look,
jokes.
I was told this was a family show and that I couldn't be inappropriate. Yeah. I can't be inappropriate.
Hey, I didn't say anything about that, buddy.
Well, you're a family, right?
Yeah, right.
It is a family show.
Yeah. That's right. So I have to ask then. All right, so you all send each other the tracks. Who puts it all together?
That's me.
Okay.
I'll do all of that kind of heavy lifting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he does a great job at it.
Yeah, he does a really good job.
He does.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks.
No,
I have
it all day, but that guy.
You like me?
Yeah, well, it's very like because you guys sent your music in, and I just so happened to be next to my email when our email when it came in, and I was like, all right, I'll listen to this stuff. It was on a Sunday or Saturday or something. I just remember it was a weekend.
Something.
Anytime it's on the weekend, I'm like, I'm gonna make them sweat, and I wait until Monday to email them. But by then, I've already figured out, and I
or forgotten.
Yeah, that's right. That happens a lot too.
That's the critical test.
But I listened to this song, and I was like, wait a minute, this isn't them. And I grabbed another song, and I'm like, well, this is good too. No, there has to be a mistake. And then I went through the next one, and I listened to all of it, and then I subscribed to it, and I'm like, all right, Nick, I found our next one.
Yeah, and
we appreciate that.
I was like, yes. I mean, it's groovy. I like it a lot. Really, really good.
Yeah, Nick didn't believe me. He thought I was kidding, and I'm like, no, dude, I don't always bring him stuff, and I don't brag about everything. But I was like, wow, I was like, don't, dude, this is right up our alley. Like, this is the kind of music we like.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it was cool.
So we were very excited to get you on, and it's such a cool story. I mean, we had, and you're friends with Windchop. We had them on, I don't know,
a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love Windchop.
So they're funny as hell. Oh man.
Yeah.
They're true. Yeah.
So tell quickly though, since our audience has heard them, tell Derek your story of how you met them, because I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty just providential. Like we thought we were being original and using the hashtag on Instagram for long distance music.
Yeah,
we thought we had
You're
the market cornered on this kind of thing, and unbeknownst to us, we get found on Instagram through their hashtag long distance music, and they're like, "Hey, you guys are cool. We do the same thing," and it really real fast blossomed into something. We became fast friends, and it's been all flowers and daisies and chocolate butterflies. And so, no, they're super funny and super supportive. And if any of us ever need, like, hey, how'd you guys do this? Or who'd you talk to about this? Or, just any kind of production question, or how'd you guys do these videos? Like, I love their whiskey cover videos.
Oh, yeah.
And so I wanted to get kind of some insight on that before we started doing a bunch of videos.
Well, you just drink whiskey. That's it. You just drink whiskey and you play your instrument. That's really the trick.
Well, absolutely. That's helped with live music for decades.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So, absolutely. No, they've been nothing but super friendly and helpful.
We try to collab with them on playlists on Spotify and stuff that support each other and, promote each other's music and things like that. But they're just great in general. Their music's really good, and like you said, they're hilarious, and they're super supportive of anybody trying to do anything in music, which is great and hard to find.
Yeah. Oh, 100% agree.
Well, but speaking,
there's a lot of undercutting out there, so good to have friends.
Well, don't by the end of this show, don't worry. We'll cut you out from below your legs. It'll be good. It's good for you. This is what the music industry is.
That's what we do. That's what we get to do. We're the radio guys.
That's right.
We get to make fun of you. No,
Yeah. That's right.
no. But speaking of your music, do you ever play out? I mean, on stage, how do you go about doing that? Tell us about your live.
Yeah, we have to know.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I can start with that.
All right.
Good.
Show's
I'll
over.
start.
No,
Yeah.
no.
It's been really great having you guys on.
We've never played as drawn together. Like, we've never played as this band, but all of us have played with eeach other at some point for various reasons.
That's
you,
awesome.
you are you're killing it here.
Yeah.
Man,
It's good.
I'm really bad at this.
Well, there's
This
no,
is starting to sound like a Fleetwood Mac thing going on here. I don't know.
except they don't go into the studio together. I think that's the thing. Yeah. No, that's great.
No, we all started out doing various cover bands together and things like that. So we all were kind of familiar with, already kind of had a on-stage chemistry, and that was always a lot of fun. This was just kind of, like Trey said, something for us to be able to do to kind of still keep playing together, even though we're not able to hang out as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had these songs, and I've been playing in so many bands in Shreveport, where we're from, for so many years that I finally was like, I want to play with this bass player, and I want to play with this drummer, and I want to play with this singer, and I want to play with this keyboard player, but we never could get a band together, so I just contacted them all individually and said, look, I want to do this music with you guys specifically.
Yeah.
And so, it just built that we already had a lot of that live chemistry. But no, it's a daunting task to try to get people to care about you without being able to play a show. So it's a challenge.
It is online, man.
Yeah.
Trey had a solid list of A-listers, and when none of that worked out, we were able to get something together. We moved on to the B squad, and we were like, yeah. That's great.
And then just tagged me along for the ride.
How sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really a Cinderella story.
We actually met playing music, Trey and I did. We were playing a musical called Hairspray.
Oh.
Well, most people probably know that musical. But anyways, we met playing that. And anyways, that's a long story. But Brandon and Trey have this unique situation where they've probably played with everyone in Shreveport. Brandon is our bass player.
Uh-huh.
And they have gigs so much across the city that, I don't know, just that's how you meet people, so like somebody knows somebody else that knows somebody else that has to fill in for this gig, that has to fill in for that. So so that's kind of how we got to meet everybody, I guess. So just randomly playing with things. Playing with different shows and stuff like that. But I know, like, for like, I don't even remember how I met you, Chuck. Probably through Magnolia May, like through John.
More like that.
Right, through the Panhandlers.
And who are you again?
Like, I can't remember how I met Chuck. I just feel like I've known him forever. But I know the first time I sang with him, I was like, I need to sing with this guy on a regular basis. Like,
Watch out now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
His work is just so unique, and I don't know. It sounds awesome, powerful, I guess. Is the word.
Yeah, that's really kind of what it is. Most of the time, all of us have at some point been, performing together on stage and kind of had that moment, kind of looking at it like, guys, this is working out kind of awesome right now, kind of deal. It's just kind of that little moment where everything's on the same wavelength and everybody's kind of vibing the same way, and you're just all feeling the music. So
it's awesome. I'm impressed. It's really, but it is interesting because Nick and I were in a similar situation.
Yep.
Where I lived in New York City and Nick lived here in Charleston, South Carolina, and he would send me bass tracks and we would like do FaceTime and I would produce sessions, and eventually we recorded an album, and there's a guy I do a lot of songwriting with out in the United Kingdom. He writes lyrics, sends them over to me, and then I just do the song and then send it back, and he promotes the crap out of it over there. But it's funny because everybody's like, all right, where's the video of the band? And he wants to give the impression that there's a band. So he's like, well, they're rehearsing and they don't have time to be showing videos and stuff. And so I made
it so important.
I know. And I'm like, dude, you're making us sound like divas. Like, and it's like not even us. We don't exist. There's nobody here. And so I made a music video in animation and gave myself 6-pack abs. And I did it on a rock show. And that's what we send out. And then they're like, well, that's cool. It's a cartoon. But what about the real band?
It's like, no, we're like the Gorillas.
Yeah. That's right. So I totally get it. But how? So with that there, like, so you got your music. So like, and again, it's like, man, you hear the music, it sounds awesome. It's top notch stuff. But it's all right. So what do you guys do? Have you done any like licensing or anything like that with your songs?
No.
All right. It's time.
I've been pushing that. A lot of attempting to get that through.
Yeah.
We talked about it at least a week.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, a lot goes
Trey
on. We all have day jobs.
Trey did a really great job kind of rolling things out and setting it up. He's really been the one to get everything out there and, various platforms and kind of get a fan base going.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that's probably down the line for him on his next list of things to do. But he's been doing a really great job as far as putting it all out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thanks, but Dad, you work in radio, and you did exactly that scenario where you got a guy like that who does that for you, and cold emailing people is, man, that's not the easiest thing to do, to reach out to anybody and try to make friends. You're like, I hope he reads this email, and then you got to hope he likes the music, and then you got to hope he knows a music supervisor, and then you got to, it's a whole long line of hoping that you get your stuff placed. But I mean, we're active about it. We're real active about trying to get stuff out there.
Well, and you have a good product. I mean, that's the biggest thing, because we get a lot of emails, and it's one of those things like, hey, we all started somewhere. When I started, I sucked. I sucked really bad when I was 14, 15 years old.
Yeah, me too.
But you know what I mean? But it's like I would record anything and I would send it to somebody and be like, all right, this is the thing that's going to do it. And we get a lot of that. We get a lot of people who've done, like, it's just, we wouldn't be doing them a service if we were promoting it, because I'm like, this isn't going to get you seen in the right light.
Yeah.
And I don't want to. I don't want to hurt somebody by putting their stuff out there. And it's like, man, but when I hear something good, it's like, oh, hell yeah, let's do it, because it's ready. It's ready. It's like, you have to go through those stumbles, and you have to grow and get it to that point. Because I don't want it to be American Idol, where I'm like, Nick, you want to hear something really good? It's
it's more like Shark Tank around here.
Yeah.
Where I love your idea, but you're just not there.
Yeah.
Not ready for my money.
Well, we double appreciate it then. That's super kind.
Yeah.
Wow, especially since it's such a relatively new thing for all of us to do something like this. So we just took our skills and know-how, and we've been kind of fumbling through it, just trying to, hey, this sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's continue down this road. And then, hey, what about this? And it takes time. The studio, like the studio chops, like we do, everything gets done on an iMac in my bedroom. Like everything.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Like nothing fancy. I mean, our tracks and our productions cost us like $36 in gasoline and man hours. Like that's what it runs us to make this stuff. And it just, I don't know. I've just been around studios for so long, and I've been in and out of studios doing studio work for years. And you pick stuff up, and then when it's time for you to get your hands on the reins, it's like, wait a minute, I know what I want this to sound like.
Yeah.
And you just got to go through the trouble of making it sound the way you want to, and being okay with sucking for a while.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people want to jump right to the, hey, this is awesome. It's like, no, it's not. Just finish it, take the time, go to the next thing. The next thing will be better.
That's right.
The next thing will be better.
You got to write a lot of
So
garbage.
that's
Yep.
Sorry, talking over everybody. That's just how we've approached this whole thing. It's like, you know, well, this idea wasn't great. Well, let's do another one. And then eventually it just sounds good and you put it out there. So,
Well, and Trey did a lot of groundwork beforehand, practicing on all kinds of different, I can't even list them all kinds of different methods, basically, of mixing and writing and recording and all this stuff. So before we actually got to the point where we were ready to do something like Drawn Together, Trey had already practiced a lot of the sound work, I guess, behind it. So that was really neat too. So we didn't have to necessarily stumble over some of that in having to learn a whole new method in playing our instruments and making something mesh from a bazillion miles away. But yeah, Trey has really put in a lot of work and to be able to make a quality sound, I feel like, and something that could be, listened to on a regular basis. Instead of like, man, this is kind of shoddy recording.
So how long have you been doing this project?
this project, about a year.
Okay.
Thereabouts. Just putting stuff together. You know, it takes a while to get a song put together and put a song out, and then work on the next one and put a song out. We've got 2 or 3 more in the pipeline. We're wrapping some stuff up on and getting the arrangements and all the recordings in, and then I'm real fond of this put out one song every few months type of thing these days. It makes it easier for people to pay attention to you, I think, than having to go through a whole album to hear one song you like. Well, let's just write one song, and if you don't like it, well, you'll forget about it.
That's
and
right.
if you like it, you'll keep listening to it.
That's right.
So it's taken a few years to put out 5 songs. I want to say about a year has been to put out 5 songs that you can hear on the internet.
That's an EP, you know, like you could release them all, you know, single at a time, and then just kind of, all right, here's the EP, and here's the 5 songs, and then the release.
Well, you know, they also say, you know, you got a whole lifetime to write your first album. You got a year to write your second one.
Right,
so
right.
It's kind of nicer to just kind of take it at your own pace and just throw one out there, almost like a little teaser every now and again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just fun. It's just super fun for me. At least me. I hope it's fun for everybody else. If it's not fun, they haven't said anything. But it's just really fun for me. So, like, we put out a song, great, on to the next one. Like, no
That's
pressure.
really been the best part of the whole deal. It's a no pressure kind of project. Like, we all got together to do it really just to kind of have some fun and, you know, just kind of a way to be able to hang out and stay in touch. No one really, you know, I myself definitely didn't expect, you know, all of a sudden likes and follows and stuff like that to be coming around. That was just kind of icing on the cake.
Yeah, it's cool. Now it grew from absolutely 0 people to we just wanted to make some music together to now we've got, you know, we're getting 1,500 views on Facebook videos or 500 views on this or 1,000 plays of this. And I don't know, people just seem to like the song. So since we're not under any kind of pressure from a label or anything, we'll just put out the next one. If they like it, great.
And we
It's a great
do
place to
little
be.
live videos, and we do little, like, I don't know, I guess fun things like singularly. So we'll put out these cover videos just to kind of see, you know, oh, hey, here we are doing something, you know, in between us releasing another song. And that's been really fun because we kind of, all of us are a little bit competitive, but we're also really supportive. So we're all like, oh, whose video is going to get the most likes with this one or whatever, you know. But yeah, but it's cool because we enjoy each other's company so much. So we like to hang out. We like to put, like, I don't know, I guess, banter across the internet. And I don't know, it's just been really fun, really cool experience.
Well, I have to ask, what, just because we're music guys, so what software do you guys use to record on your Macs?
Well, everyone uses their own thing, but I do all the production, post-production, mix, master. I do all that in Logic.
Me too, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, gosh.
Logic.
Now you got Derek on a...
Yeah, I love Logic. Logic's amazing.
Logic Bros.
Yeah, that's right. And then I got a bunch of Waves plugins and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, if we want to get nerdy, we can do it.
I just wanted to make sure, because I would have been really impressed if you're like, well, we just do it on GarageBand. I'd be like, well, wow, okay. But
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny. Like
Sounds
some of the
great.
like the keyboard tracks get sent from like a Nord directly into one of those old like guitar port interfaces, like you plug the 1/4 inches into them, and then the guitar port right into this like laptop from 2001, and like I think it gets recorded into like Acid or something that's not even a thing anymore.
Yeah.
So
that's like,
and then another guy's got Cubase, and then we got some of our scratch stuff through phones, and some of the phone tracks have made it into stuff.
Yeah.
Because they just sound, man, there's no limit to what you can do with technology these days. So
yeah, but a computer problem is like a flat tire on the way to a gig. So sometimes we run into
which is kind of the issue right now. We've got like 2 songs ready to go. We're just waiting on one working laptop kind of to show up here.
I remember using Acid in college or something.
Sony Acid?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, not acid.
No.
I had a rough year.
Yeah.
Seeing unicorns and
drop a couple of hits and just take it away. No, but I remember using that program for something. I can't remember what though.
I don't know.
That's why Derek and I do this show, so we can stay in touch and hang out.
Yeah, that's right. we don't talk. I mean, we talk sometimes, but
gotta have things to reach for.
That's right. We don't play much music anymore. No, the last time Nick and I played together, we did our little band thing for.
Yeah, we had a band.
I moved to Charleston eventually, and then we started playing out and all that, and then it just, I don't know, wasn't fun anymore or something.
We had a band fight with our drummer, and
we were just like, F it, and then we kind of went our separate ways for a while, and that sucked.
Yeah, it sucked, but we're back together now.
Well, not in a band. I'm just do it all at home now. I bought a bass. I'm like, I'm gonna teach myself the bass. I don't need you anymore, and I do. It's over.
That's how it starts. Guitar players decide they don't need bass players.
That's right. Hey, and I'm getting good at it too.
It's a tough world for the bassists.
Especially nowadays. Yeah.
That's why the bassist. That's why
none of us can do what our bass player does.
Yeah.
Well,
sorry, Brandon. Sorry. Brandon.
Hey, it's okay.
Love you guys.
Well, guys, let me ask you this: what's your favorite song? And I'm assuming you know which one we're about to play, so I think that's it. But what is your favorite song?
Favorite song of our song?
Yes.
Or favorite song
of your song?
Okay.
Of your
we
song.
probably all have different ones.
Okay.
Well,
what's the collective single here?
I think I had the most fun recording Timeline.
Okay.
Timeline was a lot of fun.
We had a good time kind of collaborating on that one.
Oh, okay.
So then tell me about it. What's the story?
But
yeah.
I was gonna say, but yeah, that's the one that we want to share because it's not like that song started as just an acoustic guitar, like funk riff and a bunch of words in the middle, and it turned into something completely different because I didn't modify it going into the group. I said, here's this song, everyone just do your thing with it and let's see what happens. And then I got cool bass track, cool drum track, cool new keyboard track with organs and power rock organs and all this stuff, and I was like, this is a complete 180 from what it started as, and I think that's why we just like this song so much, is because it's got every player's influence into it. Where some of the other ones, like, I've had these songs for a while, and they're really cut and dry, front to back, and this one's just got a bunch of just colors, textures, and it's all because a bunch of people actually came together to make this really unique thing happen. So I think that's why we like this one so much.
Well, and Chuck had some really cool vocal lines, like, that he just came up with out of the blue. Since there was a minimal roadmap, there was a lot of room for us to really be expressive with our instruments. Everybody has put a lot of time and energy into learning their specific instrument, and we were able to really showcase kind of, I guess, what we can do or what we hear. And I don't know, it was just neat to see everybody kind of pull together and make this really cool song with literally 6 different people input, I guess, 6 different people's input. And it's got a good mix of everybody's parts, where like Sunrise is really string heavy. So of course I'm partial to it, because it's like orchestral in the background. And then Tomorrow is really vocal heavy and guitar heavy, and I don't play any violin. So, there's this like different layers, but Timeline to me has everything. Yeah. And so it's just really cool. I don't know. It's just cool.
The only problem with this song, and it breaks my heart, is that there's no like Shredfest guitar solo. And if there were one of those, it'd be like next level, but I lost the vote on that. So
That's because we have that cool dubstep section. So like and my favorite part about that
not
is
the
that
same.
it's all instruments. It's not I don't know. It's not. What am I trying to say?
It's
You
not a
called
guitar
it
solo,
organic
is what you're saying.
dubstep.
Yeah, it's all. Well,
So
it
much
is. I mean, you
sass.
have whatever.
Jerry.
Like,
Jerry.
You guys are about to witness the breakup of Drawn Together.
Like I got to turn the bow upside down and like beat the strings with the stick and do some kalenia, and that was really cool. And then I got to play all kinds of rhythms that I normally don't get to play. And Trey had it all mapped out, with the produced sounds. But then we all were like, what if we played this with our instruments? And it turned out the way that it turned out. So I think that's why your sweet little guitar solo didn't happen, because the awesome dubstep section happened.
Sounds like you guys put a lot of work into the song, so we're going to play Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. All
Yeah.
right, hit it, Nick. No,
Yes. Perfect. Crack one open.
He's from Louisiana, right?
yeah.
No one knows where
Somewhere.
he's from. He's crawled out of something.
No, of course.
No, we're gonna play Timeline by Drawn Together.
Yeah.
So so let's all take a listen together. Why don't we?
Check it out.
Let's.
Here we go.
Y'all ready? I'm already playing. Come on now. Come on. Here we go. Guitar. You say love is a whole thing, one that breaks your heart and can make you scream. You say love is a thing that's made to keep you alone. I say love is a thing we should try, better than keeping it locked inside and looking back on all the years you had to go it alone. So the timeline for nothing and it's something, there's a fine line from hiding and from running. Maybe this time there might be something to hold. 'Cause I'm sick of songs that make me crazy, baby. I'm tired of hanging on to maybe thinking this time there might be something to hold. But I swear you said to leave it alone. You say love is a hell of a ride. It'll crush on dreams, it can take your pride. It'll bring you to your knees and leave you out on your own. But I say life is a beautiful thing. It'll make you cry, but can make you sing. So let me change your mind and I swear you're never going alone. It's on the timeline for nothing and it's something, there's a fine line from hiding and from running. Maybe this time there might be something to hold. 'Cause I'm sick of songs that make me crazy, baby. I'm tired of hanging on to maybe thinking this time there might be something to hold. But I swear you said to leave it alone.
All right. Well, that sounds that was amazing. That was Timeline by Drawn Together on To the Echo radio show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going to have to say, this song is phenomenal. Really, really good.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Well, I didn't say anything, so back up.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
We really, I assumed it was done in a regular professional studio.
Yeah.
It's mixed very, very well.
And the groove is great.
Yeah, I mean,
like, man.
And the thing is,
that's all our rhythm section, man. They're awesome.
Oh,
Yes.
You're talking about the guitar solo. We were talking about this during the song. I see where you could go into a guitar solo there, but I think that with all the other elements, this stands on its own without it. I don't think you even need it. It's a fantastic song.
Yeah.
Really.
It's a really cool section. It worked out super cool because we didn't know what to even do there. We were like, we got verse, chorus, and we made cool decisions by cutting it to halftime instead of keeping a full-time chorus. And we're like, what do we even do for a middle section? And we debated, and the drummer, Randy, who's actually living in Charleston right now, just so you know.
Oh, really?
He said, why don't we do like this halftime breakdown thing, which turned into, why don't we do something completely different and program dubstep instruments and stuff, which turned into, why don't we do dubstep with real organic instruments and try to get that EDM feel without using programming?
Yeah.
So it did. It turned to a cool experiment that we really like how it turned out.
And I enjoy listening to this song so much that I forget it's us sometimes. Like, I just have fun when I hear it comes on. I'm like, grooving. I'm like, oh yeah, we did this.
How's your drummer record his drum tracks?
Well, it depends. Sometimes we get them live. Sometimes it's a Roland electric kit that goes in. And funny enough, it doesn't export to MIDI. So a couple of our songs, you will actually, what he's playing, he's actually playing that on an electric kit. And I can't really do anything to edit it because it's just one single WAV file.
It's audio.
It's not separated. It's great. He's stellar. So
wow.
Oh, and we had technical problems with that too. I remember one of the drums didn't work correctly.
Yeah. So we had to duct tape some cords to get the drums working. So
that's awesome. Yeah.
Perseverance.
Yeah, I got a little Yamaha kit at home, electronic kit, and that's how I do all our drum tracks now when we record. Is I'll just jump on that and play it real quick and fix it, and then I'll go play the other instruments. Yeah.
Crazy is living in Charleston though.
That's why I don't play this thing anymore. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, so he lives in Charleston. So
we know we'd have told him to come over to the studio.
Yeah, we went,
yeah,
that's right.
Well, funny enough, that was one of those things. Like I said today, I had to text him. I was like, "Hey, you're in one of those sea towns in South Carolina, right?" And he was like, "I'm in Charleston." I was like, "Yeah, probably could have done something."
That would have been good. Could have got 4 of you on here. Yeah,
that'd have been
hey,
cool.
man, he's listening. You got 20 minutes. Get down there.
Yeah.
Whoa! Nick's in his underwear. Relax, okay?
Shoot.
He won't be wearing pants either. You're good.
Okay,
well,
it's a
party. No, that's very cool. Yeah, I mean, it's funny Charleston is kind of blowing up around here, so it's funny to hear all the people that live here now.
Yeah, so if you guys are ever looking to get the hell out of Colorado and Louisiana, come on down.
Yeah, you're welcome anytime.
To Charleston.
Trade some mountains for some beach.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's not going to be any trading. You just got to move. Just bring your stuff, all right?
Yeah. It's hot here right now, though, I tell you what.
Yep.
So.
Yep, it's a good time, though.
Oh, hell.
Yeah,
I feel like we'd probably match you down here.
Louisiana.
Hey, shut up, Louisiana. You're not even a real state. No, you're just a French.
Oh, gosh.
I'm sorry. Nick really made... no, wait, that was...
Send all your complaints care of Derek Daisy at totheechoradio.com.
Well, Nick went to Disney a few weeks ago, and he stayed at Port New Orleans. And,
Port Orleans, yep.
And I was like, why don't you go to the real New Orleans? And he's
I was
like,
about to say, that
no. I don't want to get killed. So
their mosquitoes are like a third the size of our mosquitoes. It's not even a true experience.
Watch out, they'll take off with you in the night.
Well, Jesus, I really don't want to go there now. Thanks.
They've all got tattoos and show you their teeth and pull out their switchblades and stuff. Those mosquitoes are bad news.
Mosquitoes, I didn't even know they had teeth. All right, well, I learn something new every day. Hey.
So who's your team? Who's your team down there? LSU or what?
Yeah. I mean, I like to stay local with everything. Definitely been a Saints fan all my life.
I'm sorry.
And LSU is probably the larger name. I mean, I didn't say it was a great thing.
I rooted for you that one year that you won.
And Shreveport itself has this unique positioning where it's actually closer to Dallas than New Orleans. So there's a lot of split teams when it comes to the NFL.
Oh,
and then like half of Shreveport are Dallas fans and the other half are New Orleans Saints fans. So yeah, my family in particular is split right down the middle.
Well, that's funny because half the people here are Dallas fans.
Yeah.
It's a curse.
Yeah.
It's like most diseases. It spreads.
Dallas,
Yeah.
go figure. We got the Panthers, but you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a Steeler fan, but I'm from, I lived up in Delaware where they don't have a team, so you had to pick between Baltimore Ravens, the Redskins, or the Eagles.
Yeah, you're a free agent.
I'm out. Yeah. So,
Dude, and all of Shreveport loves the Steelers because Terry Bradshaw is from Shreveport. So if you grew up not having a team, you pick the Steelers because Terry Bradshaw.
Hell yeah. So. Hey, that's been a fruitful choice since I was 10.
Yeah.
I've gotten a few Super Bowls out of that. Yeah.
He's a funny guy, too.
Absolutely.
I like his movies.
Yeah.
Terry Bradshaw's hilarious. Yeah, he's a great actor.
All right, well, we're not a sports show, so before we get too far off the rails...
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
We've got we got a game to play, guys.
Oh.
So this is what we like.
Game time.
Now, if you guys mess up, you'll never be welcome on the show again.
That's right.
So,
and it's happened. It's happened.
So we should stop now?
Yeah. All right, let's just end the call.
Girl we had on last week beat me at trivia, and so she's never welcome again.
I'll text her and let her know that. Oh, just so
it's just rude, really.
Yeah, you never beat the show host. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, exactly. It was Derek's fault.
Pick trivia then, 'cause Trey's the beast.
Trey's a beast at trivia? Well, is it trivia? I have no idea what we're playing.
It's not really trivia. So this is a fun game. Gosh, I can't get it right tonight. This is a fun game called Blurt. As in blurting out an answer.
Oh.
So I tried to find a game that was good for a group. So that's where this came from. I don't know if you guys have ever played this before, but basically I'm just going to give a definition, and the three of you, along with Derek, are going to blurt out what you think it is. And any of you, or if one of you gets it right, you'll get a point. And we're going to go through and see who has the most points. Very simple.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, I don't feel good about this, but all right. Okay. Let's see what happens.
Derek and
There's no way this could possibly go wrong.
Especially with you guys. God, you're all going to talk over to each other. How do we know? How do we know who says it first?
I'm going to say what the real answer is, and we're going to have to go to the honor system. You're going to tell me which one of you said it.
Yeah.
So that's just the way
Two
it's
of you
going
are in the same room.
Yeah.
Well, in the other room, separated by a door.
Yeah.
But
All right.
So this is the honor system here.
Yeah.
We're all musicians.
Yeah.
We're all honest.
Yeah. Well.
Sort of.
Yeah. I don't know.
Just got to
That is
take
one
the
of our
backstairs.
classic
That's all.
Yeah.
Classic trick.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So we'll just do a few of these and have some fun. You ready?
Here we go.
All right. Here we go. First definition is a piece of clothing with no sleeves that is worn loosely over the shoulders.
Vest.
Tank
Wife
top.
beat.
Scarf.
I have no idea.
Wife beater. I like that one. That's
a
not
good
the
one.
answer.
Louisiana.
That's what I'm wearing.
All right, Derek, what are you going to say?
I don't know, man. A cardigan.
I thought you would get this.
Dude, I don't know. I don't wear clothes.
All right, so round one. Did anyone say cape?
Oh, shoot.
Oh,
No.
no.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we had
All
to
right,
do,
so that's
superheroes.
0.
So right now, Derek is tied with Drawn Together. Finally, a game that I like.
So everyone has a 0. All right, so that's how it works.
All right.
Now that you're all
Need
used
to
to it.
expand my options now that I know the variety we're working with here.
Yeah, I mean, who said Trey was good at trivia? That was terrible, Trey. That's pretty bad.
All right, so here's the next one. The second definition is a weapon with a sharp point attached to a long pole.
Spear.
Polearm.
Beer.
Lance.
Halberd.
The correct answer is spear.
Ah!
All right, I heard 2 spears. Who was it? I know Angelique said spear, and who else said it?
Chuck.
All right.
Very
Very good.
All right. God dang it.
It was not honor system. It wasn't me.
It wasn't Chuck?
No, it was
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. All right.
all
Whoa. Hey, I said Lance, so I lose. So hey, now guys,
All right.
I know the guy. Come on.
All right, here we go. The next definition is
Here we go.
a stream or jet of water as for drinking or decoration.
Fountain.
For decoration.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I think it has.
I'm
to
gonna
be
go with
fountain.
fountain as well.
Yeah, fountain seems
Is
the
it
obvious.
cheating if I say fountain now?
Nope.
No, because we get 3
We're gonna get more
points.
specific.
You all get a point. It's fountain. Very good.
Oh, go.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're getting better.
Okay. Good.
I was picturing this weird waterfall like coming out of the wall.
Yeah, it's good imagination.
Let's see. The next definition is a pleated skirt that reaches down to the knees.
Oh, a kilt.
Kilt.
Yeah, I guess it has to be. Yeah. I don't know my skirts very well.
I can't say the answer until I hear
sure.
from all four.
Y'all sure wore some long kilts, but I'll go with that.
Derek,
To the knees.
Kilt, yeah.
Not the ankle.
you guys are killing it. Kilt is the answer.
I like mine on the breezy side.
Well, we're all tied, except
no,
actually one. Who's losing?
So Chad and Angelique have 3, and Derek and Trey have 2 each.
Oh,
So 3-2.
all right.
High five, Chuck.
Taking it
All right,
up
let's
top.
see. All right, a section at the end of a book that gives additional information, such as charts, tables, and lists.
Appendix.
Appendix.
Appendix, yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and say cheese sandwich.
Appendix would be right.
Oh, damn it!
With a Hail Mary.
So close.
Good.
Oh, you had it with that one,
I
man.
could say colon.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, you made me rethink my decision for a half a second. Then, oh
Damn it.
man, this guy might know something I don't.
I might read more books if there was a cheese sandwich at the back.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm just saying, guys. Here in Charleston, you get smart. You know, that's how it happens down here.
Yeah, work smarter, not harder. I like
That's
your
right.
style.
That's right. Just eat the sandwich.
All right, here we go. Here's a hard one.
Okay.
A book published once a year containing facts and information on many different subjects.
Almanac.
I was going to say Farmer's Almanac. So that may be true.
I'm thinking it's
G.
time's coming up. I'm gonna go with cheese sandwich on this.
Yeah. I'm just gonna do a Time magazine.
Almanac was correct.
Oh, all right. Well,
So who said Almanac? I heard Angelique, and then who said
Trey.
Almanac? Trey. Okay.
man, this really is on our system.
Cheese sandwich is not correct. Sorry.
Yeah,
You wouldn't have known that if you didn't have that.
it's not for everything.
All right, here we go. So we've done 6. We're gonna do 10 total. So here we go.
Here we go.
A group of people called together by a sheriff to help capture an outlaw.
A posse.
No, nailed it. Posse.
Oh,
Posse. Hit squad.
a mob.
The correct answer is posse.
Oh, really? I really didn't think it was going to be a posse.
So again, I heard Angelique got that one, and who else said?
Oh, God, I got it right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
you
I
jumped
didn't
down the
think that
wrong
was the
one.
right answer, so I didn't jump on board with it.
Who else said
I was
posse?
trying to think back to, like, different Westerns. Maybe or maybe not Blazing Saddles.
Is that
Like,
the
what
only
is it?
Western you've ever seen? Be honest.
Wait. Who was it?
I know whenever I find myself in a pinch, I like to think back to Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Me too.
Life Lessons by Mel Brooks.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait. Who else said posse? I heard 2.
Oh, that was Chuck.
All right, very good.
Darn it, Chuck. Ruining everything.
All right. Three questions left.
Here we go.
A small spool that holds thread or yarn.
I would say spool.
A spool?
no.
Uh,
It's a bobbin.
A spoolie?
what did she say?
It's a bobbin.
Spool
A bobbin?
Junior.
She said a bobbin. I don't know, a yarn ball. What else would you put it on? Come on. Have you ever...
Spoolita.
If you know what you're doing, it does.
All right, the correct answer is a bobbin.
And...
Very good.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. The girl got
Wow,
it right.
I'm
Oh,
impressed.
my
I
God.
am killing this.
I did not know that one.
I didn't
so,
either.
Yeah.
I've never yarned anything in my life.
It's a very valuable skill.
Yes. Well. Yeah. Well, not for me.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
My grandmother's skill.
2 more. So here we go.
All right. Here we go, Nick.
To cut stone, wood, or another substance with care.
Chisel?
With care.
With care, yeah.
With care.
These are
with
real
love.
definitions.
I'm gonna have to go with rock love. That's my final answer.
That's the next song, guys. There you go. Your
Rock
title.
love.
Rock love.
I'm gonna chisel
Burn it
you
up
with
the charts,
love,
that is.
baby.
All right, so name off your answers. So Derek, what's yours?
Rock love.
All right, Chuck.
Yeah, let's go with chisel.
All right, Angelique.
Measure twice, cut once.
All right.
And Trey, what's your answer?
Chisel. But I like rock love.
The correct answer is carve.
Oh.
Carve like a turkey.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
With
what we
care.
call that whittling in Louisiana.
I've
All
never
right.
carved a turkey with care.
Yeah, I've always killed it. Just murdered.
Yeah,
ate
you
it
don't
all.
carve. You don't do that with care. You hang stockings on a chimney, right?
Oh,
Right.
yeah, right. That's true.
All right, here we
Sorry.
go. Here we go. Last question.
Okay, for the win.
An archer's case for holding arrows.
A quiver.
A quiver.
I'm gonna have to go ahead with arrow bag. Yeah,
Big old
that makes sense, doesn't it?
Derek, it's quiver.
No, I almost went with you guys last time. I don't think so. Rock love.
Zero survival instinct.
The
over
correct
there.
answer is quiver.
Oh.
Very good.
Well, I don't do bow and arrow.
So let's tally this
guys.
up.
Jesus.
So we have. Let's see. Hold on.
Can't believe it's not arrow bag. It makes perfect sense.
Should have been an arrow.
You know, I really
That's
think
it.
that's more of a regional thing. I think it just depends on where you're from.
Yeah, I
All right.
guess.
So
I think that one should at least get a half a
Yeah,
point.
really, Nick.
Yeah,
Come on.
definitely a half point.
Give me half a point. See, the whole group agrees.
okay,
Yeah.
half a point.
All right. I don't know if that
So-
affects the game, but I want it.
Here are the scores in order from lowest to highest.
Yeah.
Derek with a resounding 2.5.
And we can't come back.
Come on, half
This is
a point.
close. That's close. All right, Nick. You don't have to rub it in.
In third place, Trey with 5. Chuck with 6 in second place, and Angelique wins with 8.
Oh my gosh. Rigged.
Big winner, winner.
Rigged.
Angelique,
Expecting
congratulations.
This guy is playing favorites. Nick, I'm not impressed.
You have won our game of Blurt on To the Echo Radio Show. What do we have for Derek?
Nothing. Sorry. I just thought of that on the spot.
I'm sorry, we
I'm
don't
so
have.
excited, I can't wait.
We don't have anything
I'm
for
going
you.
to put it in the mail tomorrow. You get ready.
Yeah, we don't.
Receiving admiration.
We don't have anything for you. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
Digital handshakes.
What we'll do is we won't be mean to you on Twitter. How's that
how's
sound?
that? That sounds,
Yeah.
that sounds
We'd
good.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's
Thank
nice.
you.
Although
Like,
it'd be some form of
Who wants to
engagement.
listen to some horrible music? Here you go, and I'll link it to you guys, and hopefully people will be pleasantly surprised. But
I have to ask this. I have to ask this question. But have you guys seen the cartoon drawn together?
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, I was hoping we could avoid that discussion.
All right.
well,
I didn't like it either.
Become
So
quite
there we
the
go.
point of contention.
well.
Yeah.
I mean, who came out first? I mean, I don't.
It
It's really
did.
a chicken
It also
before the
went off
egg.
the air first too.
Yeah. I mean,
No, I love that show. That's a great TV show. It's
I
just
don't know.
I don't know.
Great is the right answer.
No, that's a fantastic show.
Well, so if they sue you, are you going to relent the name?
I checked. No, copyright. It's a different medium. We can get away with it.
Perfect.
Okay, very good. I'm glad you took it. Well, maybe we should do
But to
it.
be fair,
Nick, let's start a band called
Trying to
Salute Your
take their
Shorts.
name.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
I'm going to be the
That's
band
it.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yes.
Here we go.
That's right.
baby.
Yeah.
Roundhouse.
Yes.
Roundouts.
Yep.
Oh no, I'm really seeing some possibilities here,
Reaching
guys.
back now.
Saturday Night Live right here, baby. Yeah.
Well, radio's a different medium. We could call this Sunday night. Well, Saturday night. We could do it on Saturday night. Call us ourselves Saturday night.
Oh yeah, Saturday Night Live.
I could.
Yeah. Now, To the Echo has been very troublesome because when we came up with this name back in 2012, Amazon Echo didn't exist, and now that's who we have to fight for in the search engines.
In Google. When you look up To the Echo, you find.
I think you got a chance, guys.
You know what? I appreciate your vote of confidence, but it's misplaced, sir.
The funny thing is, she's in my studio, so every time we say To the Echo, she lights up.
Yeah. Like, okay. All right.
Not you.
Yeah.
Shut up, Alexa.
She turned off the light while we were doing this show, actually.
Yeah, I know. It was weird. All the lights went off.
Python, like, get.
Well, listen, guys and gals, this has been absolutely fantastic. We've had such a good time with you on here. I'd like to point our audience in your direction. We're going to have a blog out with all of your information and your links, but for the listening audience, tell them where they can find you, where they can see the music, how can they get in contact you. Go.
The best place is facebook.com/drawntogethermusic. Everything is there. All the links are there. Super easy. Also on Instagram, same account. Instagram, Drawn Together Music.
And Twitter.
We're
too,
also
right?
on Twitter. We're on Twitter, but harder to. It's D_T_band because it's the only thing they had. And yeah, it's a whole thing. But so yeah. Also, go to totheecho.com and check out their blog post, and that would also give you more links and give them traffic. Yeah, we're everywhere though: Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, Apple Music, Groove, if that's still a thing. We're on all of it. iHeartRadio. You just
on MySpace,
you do have to go find
it right now.
Yeah, all the music platforms.
Yeah, come give us a listen. Let us know what you think.
Yeah,
and remember, we're not the TV show, but we were trying to come up with a name.
Well, that's how we're going to market this, though.
We were pulling together from across the states.
And postal service was taken, and things like first class mail just don't sound good.
They were the first guys to do it.
I was going to tell you, too, I really like your Facebook picture. That's like a pencil drawing drawn together. I thought that was really clever. Very cool.
I do.
Yeah, that's all Angelique. She does all that art stuff.
Yeah, and that is definitely not. I'll be honest. I thought it was one of just a little photo filter apps at first. That is not. Oh. That is Angelique putting in work.
Wow, I'm even more impressed. I mean, it's a really cool picture, and because it's drawn, I said, that's clever. I like that a lot.
Now,
so, very cool.
If people come to your Facebook page, do you steal their information and try to sway elections? I'm just curious.
Well, we would, but Zuck's way ahead of us on that.
Right.
We don't know what to do with
We don't know what to do with it.
Well, we do.
So you heard it here first. Drawn Together wants to steal your information. We're going to put that in the headline.
Information.
We have a bit of a chop shop on our website.
Man, I don't even know what to do with my own social security number, much less someone else's.
Just give it to me.
So
I'll take good care of it, buddy.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and tell us what it is? No, please
don't check your credit report for 1 year. You'll be fine.
No,
we're gonna pull a U2 and just drop our album on everybody's phone.
Oh man, I still can't delete that stupid thing.
If you do that, I will kill you.
I'm gonna tell you, I
don't think it went over very well.
People were pissed.
Yeah,
off.
I have legitimately deleted that album 4 times, and it keeps coming back.
I have to tell you something. It's really funny about this.
Still hasn't found what it's looking for.
Well, I work at a location that might slightly be related to that, but I had a guy come in and say, I have gay porn on my phone, and I don't know how it got here. And I'm like, well, there's only so many ways gay porn gets onto your phone, bro. So let's take a look at it. And it was the art cover of that album. Oh, my God. And I was like, oh. Here. I'll help you delete that.
As an old school U2 fan, I have not even listened to it, like out of principle.
It's actually good. Like it's a pretty good album.
I don't like it.
Really? You didn't like it?
I'm not a U2 fan.
I liked it better than some of their other albums. I mean,
to me, he'll always be number 2.
There's a drop for that. Someone's got a drum drop.
I don't think Derek's got it yet.
I know.
From South Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
Measured
from the television show Drawn Together.
See, Nick is always ready to reference something to South Park, and my mind is not always there.
I'm the Seth MacFarlane of this operation.
Company.
Yeah, I know. I'm a Family Guy referencer. He's a South Park reference. I mean, I like them both. They're both excellent shows, but you know what I mean. I just didn't.
Yeah, they're so funny.
I wasn't ready for
I know y'all are heavy on the Star Wars trivia. We should have played that.
God dang it, Nick. You moron. Here we are trying to guess definitions in the dictionary, and we could have been playing Star Wars. Damn it.
Well, I'll try harder next time.
Yeah, God, please.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on. All the best to you.
Yeah.
And like I said, you'll see your blog on our website, and of course, you can catch this archive as well there, too, if you want to go listen to yourselves try to guess definitions.
Yeah, it's actually really humorous and interesting. You'll really like the episode.
Sandwich wasn't right.
So we're going to let you go. You guys have a great night.
Thank you.
And,
Right, y'all do
thank
the
you.
same. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys
so
so
much
much.
for having us.
No, thank
Yeah,
you.
you
Thanks
guys
for
are
coming
awesome.
on. Yep.
Yeah.
And
we had a great time.
Yeah,
we
great.
did too.
All right, well, have a good one.
All right,
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So there goes Drawn Together.
Yeah,
How'd you like that?
they were funny.
I thought those guys were really, really good. This music is fantastic.
Oh yeah,
So go check them out, you know?
it's in the spirit. It reminds me. I mean, it's just they're humorous, like Wind Chop, and it's funny. It's just a good time. But yeah, music's awesome. Like I'm even more impressed that they're able to do this all.
And she drew that picture.
Yeah.
Me too. I thought that, they just messaged us and said that was so much fun. Thanks again. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I also thought I just assumed it was a filter. Have you seen their Facebook picture?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, go check it out. It's really, really cool.
right.
Really, really cool.
I will.
Well, Derek, we're out of time.
I know. God, that was
So
I know we didn't want to get off the phone with him. I know
No, I enjoyed that.
we usually save about 5 minutes to 10 minutes at the end of the show, and we're like, no,
it's worth it. It's worth it. So we're going to go out with another one of their songs. This one is called Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And like we said, go check them out. They're on YouTube. They're on Facebook and everything. So go listen to their music.
Get all the links on our totheecho.com website, and where you'll get links to everything else for us.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm Nick O'Kelly.
I'm Derek Daisy.
And this has been To The Echo Radio Show. And this is Tomorrow by Drawn Together. We'll see you next time.
Bye!
There I go again down a cold dark street tonight. Looking for something that won't be found. Toss another back and hope it all goes down right. But if I'm lucky, I might just drown. Staring at the ceiling awake all night, dealing with a feeling that just ain't right. Thinking about all the things that got me through. So I thought about you.